As we explore the incredible stories of WWE wrestlers who've debunked every theory and left us in awe. LA Knight. Vince McMahon determined that LA Knight would be best served in a managerial capacity on the main roster. The LA Knight character would be entirely destroyed by the role because he would now be known as Max Dupree. The gimmick was terrible, and the fans begged WWE to reconsider and return him to the beloved and well-known LA Knight persona. Thank goodness WWE did, because LA was able to connect with the main roster crowds and become really popular. In 2023, LA Knight rose to prominence as one of the top wrestlers, and he succeeded in persuading WWE that they should devote time and resources to developing him. In 2023, LA Knight would go on to headline event Crown Jewel in a world title match against Roman Reigns. This was quite an accomplishment considering that the previous year he was essentially the manager of a comedy tag team on the bottom card. Even though AJ Styles' body of work was highly praised when he signed with WWE in 2016, there were questions about whether AJ and WWE would truly mesh, if AJ would be given the opportunity to shine, and if AJ would be able to adopt the WWE style and win over Vince McMahon. Thank goodness AJ didn't immediately pick up the WWE style right away. He also became a favorite star of Vince McMahon pretty soon. AJ disproved the doubters by demonstrating his potential to be a key member of the team. He would also win the WWE title in his first year with the organization and even defeat John Cena without a hitch. With more matches under his belt in WWE than he did in TNA, AJ has cemented himself as one of the greatest talents the company has signed. Christian wanted to prove the WWE that he had what it required to be a top pro wrestler when he broke away from WWE in 2005. Shortly after his departure, Christian signed with TNA. What happened next was incredible work. Christian was thrust right into the main event scenario and met all the expectations for a big event talent. It was long overdue for Christian to become the world champion, but it was great to watch him receive his roses. When Christian returned to WWE in 2009, they still needed persuading that he was a performer worthy of a major event. Despite not winning another world title outside of the two runs in 2011, Christian was frequently positioned in the main event scene and had multiple world title matches prior to his first WWE retirement in 2014. Christian had a chip on his shoulder when he finally got this opportunity in 2011, and his world title main event feud with Randy Orton was widely acclaimed. Orton himself counts it as one of the standout feuds of his entire career. On the surface, John Cena, a WrestleMania 31, became the United States champion. As Cena was still very much the face of WWE, this was an odd booking decision, and some fans thought that Cena was stepping down to become a traveling mid-card champion. Mark Henry struggled to put it together in the ring throughout the first few years of his WWE career. Despite WWE pushed Henry up the card multiple times, Henry alternated between different identities, and each time he failed to catch fire, the audience rejected him. Henry was primed for another push into the main event picture in 2011, when he turned heel once more. Fans were right to be skeptical of this first move because Henry and WWE had experienced this identical situation numerous times with the same outcome. Henry was able to identify the gimmick that worked best for him. Henry approached the push and the Hall of Pain gimmick with the intention of proving everyone else incorrect and demonstrating his belonging. The gimmick was excellent. Henry's work was so brilliant that he was awarded a shot at the World Championship. To everyone's astonishment, this reign turned out to be one of the most interesting and distinctive of the previous 20 years. Though his bid for the WWE World title and main event was short-lived, Henry's Hall of Pain bid solidified his status as a genuine main eventer and ultimately cemented his legacy as a talent in the company. Roman Reigns. The devastation caused by Roman's babyface reign is widely known. WWE put him in an elite role for which he was by no means prepared, and during his babyface stint, the majority of his big matches frequently drew unfavorable reviews from the SC. The fans demanded in late 2019 and early 2020 that WWE change its course with Reigns, and Reigns felt the same way, citing negative aspects of his booking and presentation, according to Paul Heyman. In the summer of 2020, after a break, Reigns made a comeback as a heel. Furthermore, this was not the previous Reigns. Reigns, being completely himself, just showed up at 1000. It was very clever. From this fake, dishonest persona, Reigns transformed into one of the most believable, fascinating, and captivating figures in all of professional wrestling. His performance from 2020 to 2024 shown that he had what it took to be a business base. All that was needed was for WWE to genuinely pay attention to the fans and give Reigns the freedom to flourish. Dominic Mysterio made his official in-ring debut in 2020, but his character development was lacking. In 2022, Mysterio made a much-needed turn heel against his father, the legendary Rey Mysterio. This led to one of the most significant character transformations in WWE history, as Daddy Don became one of the most hated heels in pro wrestling almost immediately. Mysterio would later join the Judgment Day, and his on-air partnership with Rhea Ripley has been incredible, as the two have captivating chemistry together and have developed each other's characters. Over the years, WWE's feelings for the big spectacle have fluctuated. Big Show clinched the WWE title in just his first year with the business. However, they weren't satisfied with his in-ring work or physique. So by the year 2000, they sent him to OVW for additional training. When Big Show made his comeback, they couldn't merely commit to booking him in the main event. He would miss WrestleMania 18 and spend some time in the hardcore division. Big Show had to decide whether to sink or swim before the end of 2002. After overcoming none other than Brock Lesnar to win the WWE title, Big Show gradually made things right. He put forth a ton of effort to develop both in the ring and in his promotional efforts. Over the ensuing years, Big Show established himself as a WWE mainstay. In 2008, he made his long-awaited comeback to start his most prosperous run to date. Big Show's narrative is one of success and resiliency, and he demonstrated to the fans, and more significantly to WWE, that he was serious about being a major deal in pro wrestling. Logan Paul faced criticism as soon as he made the decision to participate in the WWE. Fans questioned what Paul, a social media celebrity and YouTuber, could possibly bring to WWE. He was obviously very athletic and had natural in-ring ability when he finally started wrestling. He improved in all facets of pro wrestling, including his promos and his selling, which is still very strong the more he wrestled. Paul's sincere passion for WWE helped him win over fans in addition to his skill in the ring. He frequently expresses in interviews how much he admires the WWE talent and how difficult it is to be a professional wrestler. Paul has always had a special respect for the craft of professional wrestling. And when he won the US title in 2023, fans enthusiastically embraced the booking decision since he demonstrated a strong commitment to seeing his WWE career through. In 2016, Cody Rhodes finally had enough. He knew he had reached his peak in the WWE, and that the company was not going to give him another chance to prove he was a star. Rhodes left the company and even went on a wild rampage in the independent scene before assisting in the founding of AEW, which developed into a respectable alternative product for fans during a period in which the WWE was ostensibly dominating. Rhodes was not only a certified draw but also one of the most significant figures in modern-day professional wrestling. Rhodes finally made the decision to return home in 2022. When Rhodes came to WWE after proving to everyone what he was made of, they recognized his success outside of the WWE bubble immediately away, and, understandably, promoted him as a main eventer. Particularly following his injury comeback in 2023, Rhodes seemed to appeal to all demographics, and the supporters were certain that Rhodes was their man. The artist formerly known as Stardust closed off WrestleMania 40 as champion, after WWE determined that Rhodes was the ideal candidate to terminate Roman Reigns' historic stint as WWE champion. Here are the WWE wrestlers who disproved everyone, guys. Please feel free to remark below. I'll see you again soon with more wrestling stuff.